Hey, thank you for being here. I'm excited for this look. We are in our Natasha Denona series. I do have this on already, City Beauty Sangria. Y'all, this is almost done. I'm like, what? Look at this. Y'all, I did a very detailed base face tutorial for the upper level membership, hoping that that would be helpful if somebody's really new. For when we do have members there, it will be content there instead of them like, why this is on here and ain't no content. They do see the content the regular members see, but for those who want to see me specifically teach them something or do something, that's what that upper level is for. So today we're going to use Lila, and I'm excited. We're going to use, oh Lord, how many? Let me see. This is what Lila looks like. I like this. I'm going to do a reverse halo eyeshadow look, and so the dark strip will be in the center, and then we're going to work our way out lighter. I think I have done that only one time before, and I think this is the perfect palette for that because it's all one color story except for like these two shades and these two. Everything else is the same color story, so it should work out because everything should just flow. But what I am thinking about is putting this on the center of the lid, putting this next to it, putting this next to that, and then putting this all the way in and all the way out. And for transition, and I'm going to bridge it. I don't always bridge my halos, but we're going to put the darker shade. We're going to put this outside and inside transition, and we're going to put this shade in the center. And for lower lash line, I'm thinking to do this on the outside and inside and putting this on the center. So wow, how many shades is that? 1, 2, 3, I don't know, that's like 8 shades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're looking at 8 shades from this 15 pan palette. It is going to take some time. I do have brushes out. I hope I have out the ones that I'm going to need. I am excited about this look. I hear my fan humming over here, and y'all know that annoys me, but I started sweating. I did turn the thermostat down between the video I just did and this one. I turned it down by 2 degrees. And actually, I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off now because in videos I can hear it and it's annoying to me. And it doesn't even sound like a fan. It's, to me, it sounds like just some high-pitched noise. And nobody has said it bothered them. And even when I've asked, excuse me, in videos, like, let me know if it's annoying, nobody ever says anything. And I do have sensitive hearing, sensitive sinuses, you know, all sorts of stuff, excuse me. So I think that that's why, like, for me, it's just like, ooh, like, that's just annoying. And I think it might be also the pitch of it, because certain pitches hit my ear in a certain way where it's like, ugh. Ironically, nails on a chalkboard do not bother me at all. But like the sound of that fan, like that annoys the heck out of me. I'm going to do the intro because I keep feeling like I'm about to curse. And that's at the end of my intro. Hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy show nation of YouTube. Why? Crazy concept. Know it's okay to be your authentic self in this world these days where people will try to tell you how and who you should be. So I'm here to tell you, be crazy. Be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You may hear you need to use this brand, this tool, this technique. I'm here to tell you that you don't. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. I don't know about anywhere else on these YouTube streets, but here we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Listen! Every day and all day. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. Yes. So that's what the Crazy Troll Nation is. Crazy, be your authentic self. The troll part, wear what you want to wear and rock it. That's it in a nutshell. And I know I just said a whole bunch of words just to say that one sentence, but in a nutshell, that's what it is. 2 things about me. One is that sometimes I curse, because sometimes I curse. And the other thing is there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. I try to be aware of it to excuse me, and sometimes I still won't notice it until I'm watching it back after it aired on YouTube. And I'm just like, girl, how were you not aware of that loud gurgle that just came out of your throat? But it does happen. But I do try to be aware of it. And I don't know why I'm winging out groundwork. Like, are we going to wing out our shadow? I am excited because, well, number one, I'm always excited to use this palette. This shade here is a dual chrome. And what else are we using that's a dual chrome? I think that's the only other one that's a dual chrome. No, this shade is a dual chrome as well. But I will tell you the name of the shades. This was perforated, and so I actually cut it off. Excuse me for the glare. So this has the shadow names on it. So we are going to start in the middle. We're going to take Amethyst. Y'all, I want to say I'm nervous, but it's like whatever happens, y'all, oh my gosh. Y'all know we're going to make it work. So we're going to come straight down the center. Straight down the center. And we're going to build. Ooh, we're going to build off of this. Try and get in the same place, because if not, it's going to look really different because this is such a bold shade. And no, they're not. So we're going to bring this here. And we are going to feather out. You know what? I'm not going to blend out. I'm not going to feather out because we are putting more shades on. And I feel like I need to bring this a little bit darker right here, according to where this one is. Y'all, this is nice. I need to put some in my crease, which is right here. And I was about to dip in, but I didn't. So we're just going to feather this out just a little bit. Put a little bit more on here and make sure it's in the crease, which is in there. And this is why I don't do transition and crease, because you can't see the crease. And this is also why I take my lid shades up higher so you can see it, because this right here is my mobile lid. That's it. So if I only put color there, you're not going to see it. This is my mobile lid. You're not going to see it. So that's why I do take my lid shades up higher so that they can be seen. And when I work on clients who have an eye shape similar to mine, and because I know most people do just put lid shades on the lid, the mobile lid, they'll be like, I like it, but I can't see it. And I'm like, So I just wanted to show you something, because you will hear people say, oh, just put this on this here part of the lid, and then they're like, I don't know. And so I do that intentionally. It's a teaching moment, because people will tell you what you should or shouldn't do. So we're going to leave this like this, I see, as I keep messing with it. Now we're going to take, ooh-wee. This is brighter than this one, so we're going to take this one. This one here is magentic. Y'all look at y'all, Natasha just does it for me. Oh my gosh. And so we're going to put this outside of Amethyst. I had to look to see what it was. And we're going to just do some minor blending, because we don't want to lose that purple, which I don't think it would be lost because it is a bold shade. And so we're going to just put some over here of magentic. I always feel like I say it wrong. I went to BJ's today. I did exchange my fan. It was funny, y'all, because I remember saying I had threw the box away. And so I had the part where you attach the motor to the fan, and then you add the back part, and then you have the rod. And so I just packed it all up. Well, in my tote, and of course it was way longer, taller than the tote. But I went in and I'm like, here's my receipt. I bought this from, you know, such and such BJ's, and the pen is missing. I do think the pen was in the box, because I threw the box away after I emptied it out. But she was like, yeah, sure. And I'm like, oh, here's the back of the fan. I'm like, oh, and here's the rod. Oh, here's the remote. Oh, here's the pamphlet that was in the box. And she was, because she would put stuff away. I'm like, well, here's, so she would take it, put it away. And I was really trying hard not to laugh, because, and it's not a lot of pieces. It was maybe 4 pieces, but it was like, oh, here's this. Oh, here's that. And so I did opt to just exchange it versus just a refund. And so I said, well, I am going to be shopping. So should I shop and bring everything here to pay, or shop, pay, and then just come back here? And she said, just come back there. Shop first, pay for that stuff, and then come back to her for the fan. And so the first thing I put in the cart was the fan. because it was a big box. Thankfully, it's not heavy, so I was able to carry it up my steps without any problem. And so I put the fan in there first, and then I got a bunch of fruits, vegetables. Y'all, fruits and vegetables, you know, they're expensive anyway. And this is the time of year when I start making my cucumber, tomato, onion salad. And so, you know, I got that stuff, and I got a bag of lemons, a bag of grapefruit, a bag of apples. Y'all know I love Envy apples. They didn't even have any. And I'm looking at the prices of these apples like, So I bought a bag of Red Delicious because they were $5.99. And for grapes, I like the green ones. They had a mixed container of green and red. They were like $8.99, and they had just all green grapes. They were like $9.99 for the container. And so I'm like, damn. And so the red grapes, they were like $6.99, $5.99 or $6.99. So I got those, and it was only like 7 containers of those left. So like people have been buying up the less expensive stuff and the alternative stuff because okay, I like grapes. I like the green ones more, excuse me, but I got the red ones. I like Envy apples. They didn't have them. And out of the other apples, I'm like, okay, this bag is $5.99. I'm going to get this one. For the first time ever in my life, I purchased a whole pineapple. I think it was like $2.99. And I'm like, I got to cut this thing up. Like, what the hell? And so... And I bought a melon. The melon, I think, was like $3.99. And I don't buy melons either. Usually I just buy like a fruit tray where everything is already mixed. But these prices, y'all. And so thankfully, well, when I came home, I texted my neighbor. Well, I texted before I left saying, you know, I'm going to BJ's. You want to ride or you want anything? And she was like, no, thank you. Thanks for checking. And so when I got home, I texted her all the different things that I purchased. And I'm like, do you want anything? And she was like, oh, such and such. So I told her, come on up. So she came up. And I gave her Ziploc bags for her to put in, you know, some of what she wanted from what I purchased. And I said, this is my first time ever buying a pineapple. She was like, because the bottom part is yellow, the top part is green. She was like, wait till all of it is uniformly like yellow. And I'm like, okay. I said, I've never purchased one. I don't know. And I said, I've never purchased a melon either. And she looked at it. She was like, put that in the dark somewhere in a paper bag. I'm like, okay. She said, when you can actually smell it, that's when it's ripe. And I don't know. So I'm like, thank you. So I did have a paper bag. And so it was in a paper bag under my kitchen sink. And I hung a Ziploc bag half in and half out the cabinet because that'll remind me, oh, there's something in there. Because I'm like, I don't want to one day all of a sudden, why all these fruit flies? What's this smell? They'd be in there rotten. And so she said it shouldn't be long though. So we'll see. And I bought some bananas. Y'all, I like my bananas, excuse me for popping my teeth like that. I like my bananas with just a few brown spots. These are like mostly green. And because of the price, I'm sure. We're going to go back to that purple. People have been buying them up. I'm just like, dag. Because some people will just buy green ones and they'll just put them in a bag and just let them sit and let them wait. So I'm like, I'm going to get these bananas. And I got carrots. I forgot to get red onions. I got cucumbers. She's going to the store tomorrow, so she said she'll pick up some red onions for me. I said, what it costs? Let me give you some money. And she held up the bag of stuff that she got from what I got. And she's like, it's the price of this. I'm like, okay, cool. But me and her do that, though. We're like old school neighbors in the country. Like, if one have, we both have. And if one of us cooks, you know, we'll text the other one, hey, you know what I mean? And sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no on both sides. But we really do be looking out for each other. Y'all, this, I'm liking it. Ooh. All right, so we're moving on to the next color. Oh, so I posted a picture yesterday. What color are we using? Now we're going to come up to this shade, and this shade is Viola. Yesterday is when I posted the picture of the shrimp stir fry that I made with noodles. And I did thaw out 12 shrimp. And I only put 6 in the stir fry. I do cut them up though, so it does look like more, because shrimp is one of my favorite seafoods. And I cooked the other shrimp today and just put it with rice. And you guys have seen me do that before. You've seen me make the stir fry before as well. And so these two shades are kind of blending together. Viola's kind of blending in with that one. So it's not really much different, and that is okay. So we're going to take a little bit more to put that over here. Yeah, so that these two kind of blend in together. Not a problem. And I did say everything was going to flow together. What surprised me was how much blending I had to do for this purple. But I'm digging it. Oh, wow. So we're going to put that brush down. We're going to take this angle brush and we're going to go into this shade here, which is a dual chrome. This is Livid. This looks like a dual chrome too. This is a satin. This is Juno. I wonder if I got that mixed up with something else. I don't think so. Yeah, because that's the dual chrome too. What else in here says it's a dual chrome? Dragon Fruit. No, Dragon Bite is a dual chrome. Livid is a dual chrome. Cyclone is a dual chrome. Yeah, so that's pink, and then has like an orange, a very slight orange flip. But those are all the dual chromes in here. Huh, okay. So we're going to take Livid, and we're going to take this all the way in. Oh, that just brightens it up a little bit. That's cute. Where are we? Over here, Livid. Okay. And it did what I said. Let me turn my fan on over here. Where everything does just kind of flow together. I can see the different colors here. I can see the difference between Livid and this color. Not so much between that second shade. So it just looks like 1, 2, 3 shades to me. And that is okay. And so we're going to put this out here as well. Let me know if you've done a reverse halo look. And we are going to wing it out, bring it out a little bit. And that is that. This is nice. I need no other purple palettes. I do have Madame Violet. And that was in purgatory for a minute. And then when I used it again, I took it out. And it was just my own faulty expectations, because some of those other 6 pans from Spellcast Beauty, they look monochromatic, but they're not. And so I didn't expect that one to look monochromatic, and it was. Everything was purple. Every look was purple. And so, but once I got over my own faulty expectation, like, I'm like, this is a good palette. And so I am glad that I did keep it. And I do believe this shade show up different than this. Y'all, this is nice. This is definitely a reverse halo look. Let me... Violet Thoughts. Is that the one I was talking about, and not Madame Violet? But I'll show you that one too, since we're dealing with purples. So this is Violet Thoughts. Ooh, and these will look nice together. This would give more purples than Amethyst. Was that Amethyst? Yeah. This is nice. That's nice. Okay, let me show you Madame Violet really quick. Let me know if you have Violet Dreams or Madame Violet or Lethal. Not Lethal, Lila. Girl. Whoa, something's flaking. You see all this stuff in here? What the hell? So this is Madame Violet. And I was mistaken. It was Violet Thoughts where I was like, everything is purple. But I do like this one because just like Lila, you have varying shades of purple, reds, that type of thing. And I don't know if Madame Violet would add anything to Lila except this top dark purple shade. But as far as the other one I showed you, Violet Thoughts, I do think that would be a good pair up if I wanted more actual purple like this in the center. Y'all, I am sweating. So, do we have this shade the way we want it? I think so. So girl, why you messing with it? Because y'all know that's what I do. I'm going to take the brush I use for my setting powder. I'm sorry, finishing powder. Woo. And because I sprayed my face, it's not pulling off the foundation. Y'all, that Scandinavia spray, except when I was at that event, sweat was just dripping down my face. It wasn't nothing that was going to help that one. So we're going to take this shade here, which is Nude Vino, and we're just going to walk it. And that's going to go, We're just going to put a tiny bit right here because it's not that much space between here and the inner corner, because I brung that lid shade up high. So we're going to put that there, and we're just going to walk it like you talk it, and we're going to put it over here on the outside. That blended nice. Oh, I don't know if I've done 8 shades before with Lila. Y'all know we be doing stuff, so we're just blending that. And it does, the blend is nice. It does just blend in. Y'all know we probably do a yellow liner for upper lash line, right? Something gotta pop. that's I like that. I like that. So whatever is on the brush, because this side is up to my brow, and this side is not. So we're just gonna tap in very lightly, tap off. I need to wash my strawberries. I'm gonna eat some of those. The one thing I like about this time of year is the fresh fruit. We're gonna take another brush and we're gonna go into this shade here. This shade here is nude mauve, and we're gonna walk it like we talk it. Just bring it straight over, and that's just gonna go right here in the center. So even though we're bridging it, it's shades that don't show up much, and y'all know that's how I like my bridges. I don't like it when it's noticeable, because to me it doesn't look good to me with my eye shape. And so we're just gonna put this right here in the center. There we go. Y'all, I was watching, oh my goodness, what is his name? I think his last name is Schumer. He's a comedian, and he does like really short videos, like 2-3 minute videos, sometimes shorter than 2 minutes, just about, you know, something, making fun of something. This person said this is what I think, blah blah blah. And so today he said something about, it was something about Keith Sweat, and I'm like, okay, I need to watch this. Like, what is he saying? Right now I'm looking at the distance between here and there. I like this side better, but it might just be the way my brows are, so we're just going to leave it. And y'all, I was dying. Like 10 seconds in, he always starts his video, ladies and gentlemen, like instead of saying hi, he's always like, hi ladies and gentlemen. And so now we're gonna do, oh y'all, I didn't do lower lash line, I did not do inner rims, and I don't even have a purple. What are we gonna do? And I picked this semi-randomly. I'll use a blue. Where's my blue? Stay the night. Here we are. Actually, we'll put this on inner and lower lash line. So he was saying, he was like, ladies and gentlemen, if y'all remember Keith Sweat, y'all will laugh at this too. 10 seconds and he was like, ladies and gentlemen, Keith Sweat, Mr. Nobody Data. And I'm like, I was hollering, because Keith Sweat does have a nasal voice. I was hollering, and I sent the video to a friend of mine. I said, I'm 10 seconds in and I'm already laughing. But and what he was saying is like his take on modern women. And so dude was like, I'm gonna just sum it up. Y'all can watch it. I'll try to remember to post it on my community tab. He was like, at your age, just let that go. He was like, don't be trying to deal with, you know, these young ladies out here. What do you say? He said they're tweeting and twerking and something he said. I was just like, no, he said they're ticking, tweaking, and twerking. Something like that. I was cracking up. He was like, at your age, man, just let it go. He was like, why are you even concerned about the modern women at your age? And one of the comments, somebody looked up his birth year. So Keith Sweat is 63 years old. But anyway, dude was funny. And what else did he say that had me laughing? Oh, he said something and then he went, Keith. I was like, because that is how we say Keith. We don't say Keith. He was like, Keith. And he accentuated it. I was rolling. I was laughing so loud. I was like, oh my gosh, this dude is hilarious. Keith. And to be honest, I never really cared for his music, because his voice, to me, the nasalness of it is annoying to me. And I always thought something was wrong with his neck, and I think it's just his posture, because his head always looked like it was like this. And I'm like, what is he, a turtle? Like, that's what I used to think back in the day. I'm like, okay, he has a nasal voice and his neck is out like a turtle. Like, that's what I really used to be like, what's wrong with him? But anyway, yeah, dude had me cracking up. 10 seconds in, nobody did it. And that is how he I was like, no, he did. I laughed out loud, y'all. I was dying with laughter. Not really dying with laughter, but I was laughing out loud. And then when he went, Keith, I was like, ooh. I laughed out loud again. I was like, oh my gosh. But he is funny though. Yeah, and most of his stuff, as I said, is less than 3 minutes long. So he's just giving you his quick take on, you know, whatever somebody said about something. But he is funny. And he is a comedian by trade. So recently, at the end of his videos, you know, he'll say, hey, I'm going to be at such and such place. Make sure you get your tickets. And so he is, you know, promoting his stand-up. He's not a new comedian either. He's like my age, probably older than me. I don't know, but yeah, he looks older than me, but I'm not sure. But he is a comedian by trade. But the way he just be saying stuff, I just be like, dude. It's just funny. But anyway, so that's that little giggle for you. Hopefully I will remember to post it. I saw something else. I do not know what this guy's name is. He did, he was roasting like the red carpet looks. He is hilarious too. The only thing I don't like about his videos are his edits, because he'll be standing there and then it'll like flash in like real fast. His face will come in and out, and that messes with my vertigo. So that's what it is with that. And for some, I think it makes it interesting because you're just not looking at him down in the corner talking about stuff. But just that, I just be like, so I don't watch him a lot because it messes with my vertigo. But yeah, I was watching his thing today and I was just like, oh, he's funny too. I was cracking up. So whatever their outfit is, he'll just roast it and it'd be funny. Somebody had on a green outfit and it had a lot of like checks and square checks on it. And he was like, are you in jail, under the jail? Or like something he was saying. I was just like, this guy. I was like, oh my gosh. And if something's really bad, like he'll show the picture and be like, go to commercial. Be like, damn, you ain't even got that to say. And when he roasted red carpet, because this wasn't red carpet, this was something else. Oh, was it the Met Gala or something? I don't know. And he was like, go to commercial. Oh, we already went to commercial. Play an ad. I'd be like, dang. Crack it up. So we're going to take this shade here, Dragon Bite, and this is going to go, this eye feels like it's tearing. It feels wet in here, but it doesn't look like it. This is going to go out here, and it's going to go in here. But he is funny too. It's just that the effects, it triggers my vertical episodes, and that's not pleasant. But he is really funny too. And he was like, is that Tia without Tamara? Wait, Tia is always without Tamara. The twins, the married twins. Like, he be saying stuff and it makes sense. Like, some people make jokes and it's like, what? But like how he be describing outfits and the questions he be asking, I be cracking up the few times I have watched this stuff. And I can't even watch, and I can't even like play and not watch because it's showing outfits. And so you want to see what he's talking about, but he be messing with my vertigo. So that's that. That is nice and dark. Now this eye feels wet right in here. Where's that brush? And I know which one it is because it was the only angled one we used. Shoot, I'm gonna pat right here. Hopefully nothing pulls off. This feels wet like right here. You looking at my nose. Tilt my mirror. Don't be looking at my nose. Now we're going to take Juno. And we're just going to swipe this across the top tip of the brush, the tip of the brush. Is that even showing up? This is one of the ones, this is just a satin. But in the pan, does that not look like a dual chrome? You know? Yes, this is not showing up much over that blue. So I'm wondering if I should put something else under here. Thank y'all for being here. I like that it's dark though. Alright. Brow arch. We're going to take this shade, which is Lala. I was looking at this one too, but we're going to take Lala. I was going to tell y'all a story about something, but it really was... I'm not going to do that. Oh, that's pretty. So part of me wants... I got grapefruit as well. Part of me wants to have a grapefruit, but then I'm like, is that going to upset my stomach? Because the only food I had today was the shrimp and rice. There's a gnat flying around over there. I was like, what? But I definitely do want strawberries. I think I'm gonna make a fruit salad. Grapes, strawberries, grapefruit, apples. Y'all, they were out of oranges. It wasn't even an empty box. How they had, I saw that thing flying again. How they have like the boxes of fruit. It wasn't even a box there. It said oranges, but it wasn't even nothing there. It's a green fruit fly or whatever. I think I got it. I swiped it with this. It was on my mirror in the back and it fell somewhere. Probably in my brushes that's over there. All right, let me keep going. This feels wet. Let me just hurry up. Yeah, this is wet. So this is the look. My reverse halo. I'm feeling it. Oh, we got to do a lip too. Eyeliner, upper lash line. Y'all know I want to do something popping. I did change out the water in here that was looking pink the other day. I'm thinking this. We just used that. I feel like that's Jiggy Jam. Damn. Maybe this dark blue. Is that going to be dark? Actually, we have used all of these quite a bit, to be honest with you. We're going to do this blue, and that is digital. What did I say? This blue. Okay, this is Neon Nights. I'll be like, what did I say? Oh my gosh. Pull out the mascara from Esom. That's what it's called, the mascara. Like, don't get it twisted. This is the mascara. I'm gonna have to look for that net later. So I'm dipping the brush in the water, tapping it on my cloth, putting it into that dark blue. Excuse me. And I'm gonna tap it on here just to get the extra off. And we're gonna put this on here. Was this a good choice? I think so. There was a blue lipstick that I wanted to get, but I wonder like how much would I even use it. We're running this along the top edge of the pencil liner and that outer lower lash line shade. So we're going to keep this like this. It does blend into that center shade, which is not bad. Did y'all just see something down here? I thought I had hit that thing. I am going to look for it. We're going to tap that off on the palette. Not much is tapping off. And what I probably should have did was take a different shade to put in the center, because this is blending in with that center purple shade. I hope I don't start getting fruit flies in here. Y'all, I do not like insects. It's a wonder I like camping. But that's because I expect it. I don't expect to be dealing with gnats and moths and fruit flies inside my apartment. You're supposed to be outside, not in here with me. I love you too, but you know, you got to vacate the premises. This has a definite swoop, so let me just try and get a little bit more. Just when I elongate it, sometimes it takes the swoosh out. Oh, it's not wanting, the bristles aren't wanting to stay together because it's starting to dry. And we're going to leave it like that. I'm going to bring this out. Yeah, so I'm going to make a fruit salad. I couldn't believe I forgot red onions, because cucumber, onion, tomato salad, that's what it is. Cucumbers, onion, and tomatoes. And I forgot the freaking red onions. And you know what it was? My tote that I had in my basket was already full. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, when it's full, it's either really heavy and it's full, or it's just really heavy. So in my mind, I know if that tote is full, like that's going to be all I can carry. And so, because I was going to get Bold House Farms too, and I'm like, that's going to be too much, because all this other stuff, y'all should have seen me coming up these steps, because I had 2 totes that were full, and I'm just like, whew. But I made it. Took me a little longer than usual to get up here, but I made it. Yeah, but that stuff was heavy. But yeah, I was kind of surprised, which I shouldn't have been, that fruit prices were so high. I just poked my eyeball. I poked my eyeball. Let me come over here. Give that eye a break. Oh man, it's gonna start tearing, so I need to hurry up. You know what it is? Because it's a piece of the bristle was hanging out. Do I have a label on here? When did I open this? I opened this May this year? No, the PAO was May this year. So I don't know if it was 6 months or what. And of course the print is super tiny. Yeah, I poked my whole, and I got mascara down there. We'll let that dry and then take it off, or not if I forget. So this is what I was saying when I turn and twist the brush when I put on mascara, which I don't need to do with Capacity, the white one from I don't really need to do it with the Esom either, because look at the lashes. Well, you can't really see, but I hit my whole entire eyeball with this. I am glad that I still had excuse me. I am glad that I scheduled delivery for the TV for Thursday, because if I am watching a movie, I'll watch it on my laptop, and that's sort of like my timer. Okay, I'm gonna eat lunch, watch this movie, and then do other stuff. Part of me does miss just the background noise, because I'll put on a movie that I've seen before just for sound. I don't put on old school hip hop, because then I'll be in here running around, jumping up and down, dancing and stuff like that. But so in a way I miss it, but then in a way I don't. And I know once I get it, it is going to be on like in the background. But I am glad that I waited. So we have a dot of mascara right there. So we're going to take this brush that had that color on it. We're not putting more color on the brush. We're just going to feather, and that took that off. We're going to take a lipstick applicator and run that right here and take that mascara off. We're going to wipe it off, take off some of the City Beauty lip oil. When did I open this? Because the PAO was 6 months. I opened this May 20th, y'all. No, I'm lying to you. February 20th says my label. So the PAO is August 20th. But look where I'm at though. I'm down to y'all. Yeah, I'll be using it. I'm waiting for a buy one get one free sale. Or I could wait, because they had sent me this one too, but I didn't open it because I wanted to make sure. I know I do use them in 6 months. The one at nighttime, I do use that up in 6 months. And maybe I only put it on one time. This one I'll put on like throughout the day. If it rubs off, not rubs off, but if I'm drinking or eating, I might reapply it. Or if I'm out. Lip. I'm just like, just do a nude lip. I did not kill that thing unless that's the cousin. Y'all remember Jerome from way back? And I'm like, I hope his cousins don't come looking for him. So I am thinking a nude lip. This is extremely sensible. But then part of me is like doing ombre lip. And so let me see what we got for ombre. These are the shades. That thing is back there. I'm definitely thinking of purple. Do we want to do the brown? And yeah, we're going to do these two for an ombre. Because I was thinking this one, but that's a little light for what I want. Not light, but bright. That's always red. So we're going to put always red away, hot, hot pink away. And I was thinking of this one. This one is Rose Instinct. These kind of fade into each other. We're going to do this one instead of, let me turn it where you can see it. Instead of this one. This would be more noticeable, but because of the eye look, we're going to do these two. So now the question is, do I do a reverse ombre lip? I think we are. Excuse me. I think we are. And let me keep going. Damn, I do not like gnats. So usually I would take this one and outline the lips and put this in the center. We're going to put this outline and put this in the center. Yo, let me stop looking at that thing. So what'd I say? This on the outside. Because all these darn lights over here. So we're going to line the lips with this one and we're going to put this in the center. So we're doing a reverse ombre lip as well. All right. So this is this. These are Sephora Collection Cream lip stains. They only play well with itself. And so like using this with Notoriously Morbid or MAC or the House Labs, which was the first one I picked up, it doesn't even work well with the previous formula. This thing, y'all, is very lively. It's just like zzz, it's not making that noise, but it's just like zipping around. Yeah, this is almost like this, but and actually these are kind of the same shades. This does darken a little bit once this starts to dry. Now we're going to take, what shade was that? Did I tell y'all what shade that was? Rose Instinct. Dang, it's right here. I don't have that many. Yeah, that was 124 Rose Instinct. This is 135 Mystic Purple. So I'm going to put that on the inside of the lip. And here. I'm trying not to overlap the pink too much. My lip just started tingling. I don't know what to do about it. So this could be a little darker. Because I do like when someone does have an ombre lip, but the inside is dark, like almost like a deep gray or a black. The way this brush glides across my lip is making my lip tingle. Like a tickle almost. Like right here. These two do kind of blend together. I can't... I thought I hit it just like I thought I hit it before, unless there were two of them. Because it did fall. Damn it, I keep missing it because... Let me just... I do like it though. In person I can tell. Let's see here. Let's do this. And then you see shadows. So the inside is a little bit darker. That gnat, y'all. So this is the finished look. So we did a reverse ombre eyeshadow look. We did a reverse ombre lip look. I would like it to be a little bit darker though, but I feel like we didn't do hashtag team too much. So this is the look that we have. Thank you for being here for the duration. If you stayed, stuff is popping up over here for you to watch, and I appreciate you being here. Thank you, and you will see me soon. Do let me know if you've ever done a reverse halo look before or a reverse ombre lip before. Thank you, and you'll see me soon.